All right. Welcome back to another episode of the Hero Brew. I'm Max.
I'm Cam.
My name's Austin.
Let's go. Welcome back to another episode. We're here today going to be talking about our big Fantastic Four reviews.
Let's go.
I don't know about you guys, but right now, all I got to say is it was fantastic.
Say that again.
That might be a stretch, but here's the thing. I thought it was pretty fire.
Well, I mean, it could have been a little rocky at times.
Hey,
Maybe not. No.
how many times are we going to make little references throughout this podcast?
That was good. I didn't expect any of those from you guys.
Hey,
those
man.
are all new
That
to
was
me.
right off the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about our Fantastic Four review, and then we're going to go into, or we're going to start off with the news of the week. Austin Coyle, you want to take us away, buddy?
Yeah, let's get it crack-a-lackin'. Sorry, I was getting a little...
Crack-a-lackin'.
Yeah. Hey, man. You gotta
Back in time,
come out
dude.
with these words every so often. But, yeah, we're just going to jam through some news for the week. We had a couple of things come up that I thought were pretty interesting. The first one I want to start off with was I know that when we all sat down and saw the Fantastic Four, they released the first trailer for Avatar Fire and Ash alongside with a poster. I think the poster actually came out before the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
It came out, I think, on Tuesday of last week before the movie. But the trailer came out on the day of the release with Fantastic Four. I actually think it was just linked with the movie, so it could be like a Disney release.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, overall, I thought it was really cool. I thought that the movie looked like it was visually appealing, like all of them have been. So, what were your guys' thoughts?
Oh, I loved it. I mean, Max knows how I feel.
Mm.
I know how he feels too.
Mm.
I mean, so we saw it in IMAX the first time, and then second time we saw it in IMAX 3D, and it just, they obviously went with a darker tone for the trailer.
Yeah, they did.
Which we already knew going into it that this was going to be a darker movie. I think James Cameron came out a little after the second one came out saying that the third one's going to be more on the sad side. So, and they show that in the
heartstrings.
They show that in the trailer. There's a lot of upset and there's a lot of havoc being caused, it looks like.
Right.
But it really looks good.
Max is waiting.
All right, your turn, Max. You can go.
He's got something cooked up.
No, I thought the trailer was good. I actually enjoyed the trailer for the third movie that's taken us 30 years to get. I love the second one. I thought the second one was great. I just think those movies are boring for the most part.
Damn. That's
like
a take.
For the most part. Visually, it's amazing. Visually, it's beautiful. I do like the story. It's just, it's a little slow. Hence, each movie is 3 hours? Something like that, right?
Just the second one was 3 hours, but third one's going to be as well. I think it's going to be longer.
The third one looks good. I love the second act of the second one,
Right.
When they're trying to get out of the ship and all that stuff, or submarine or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I thought that was super cool. Like, it looked dope. I just feel like it took a little long to get there.
Yeah.
I do like how James Cameron does want to take his time to develop a really good story. I'm not saying the story's bad. It's just like, it's a little slow for me. Maybe not boring, but just a little slow. I didn't care for the first one. Like, visually, I thought, oh my God, this is crazy. First, like, it was at least, I think, my first IMAX 3D movie.
Right.
And I was like, oh, this is insane. But the actual story, like, I haven't watched the first one since it came out.
Crazy.
So, like, the second one I enjoyed a lot more. Second one, I didn't think the visual effects could get better. It did, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And everything on the water looked crazy. Anything under the water looked insane.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for the third one. Third one looks, like you said, Cameron, it looks sad. It has those parts where it's like super like dramatic almost, and it's like, I'm excited about it. The evil.
Yeah, the Ash, the Fire or Ash Clan, whatever they're called.
The one with the hair. Yeah, she's dope. She looks crazy. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, this movie looks
pretty. I really feel like there's going to be a lot of points in that movie where we're just going to feel like
jaw-dropping.
Well, jaw-dropping, but like I feel like we're going to be like just devastated. Like it's going to feel like we lost. Like we're a part of all that and we lost. I just have a feeling there's going to be points like that. I think Jake's going to die in this movie. I don't want him to, but I just feel like he will.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to die in the second one.
I would rather them just kill Spider, but he probably won't die.
No,
but
they probably will go too.
Spider's dope.
No, he's not.
He'll probably die too.
I mean, we do see him slipping and falling down the rock in the trailer. Mm-hmm. So who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Well, also looks like he gets like there was like a bomb or explosion right in front of him too.
Oh yeah, there's just
in the
pure
trailer.
chaos.
So
Yeah. I mean, overall, I think that this movie is going to definitely. I think it's going to be a correlation. I think it's going to be, visual effects, and I think that this story, like Cameron said, it's going to have a ton of like emotional aspects of it for sure. That's the only reason I keep saying like I think that multiple people will probably die, just because I feel like they're trying to get the empathy drawn into it more and more of the storytelling to it. Because, like you said, Max, in the second one, it did feel as if the storyline for that one felt a little bit stronger. Whereas with the first one, the first one was just visually for the time that it came out to, it was just so amazing that it was like you didn't really need the most solidified story. Even though it was a good storyline, it wasn't like I think
visually,
that the storyline in the second was probably better, in my opinion, too.
Visually, by the way, like I don't want to understate it. Like I think the first one visually looks better than most movies today.
Right.
But
yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
But
and it's gonna be $1 billion movie. So
yeah, there's no doubt
it's
about
gonna
it.
do great. Yeah, it's gonna do great.
And the release is right around Christmas time, like holiday season, all that stuff. So yep. So jumping into our next bit of news into the realm of DC, they are in full effect down there at San Diego Comic-Con, which has been running since Thursday of last week, or this week, I should say. A little bit of news. One quick thing was that DC officially placed the trademark on Mr. Terrific, which is essentially just gives them the flexibility to possibly create a spin-off show, get revenue based off of the merchandise, the name, the rights, the toys, the collectibles, all that stuff, which I thought was really cool. I thought his role in Superman was really pivotal, and I felt like he was the highlight of a lot of scenes, in all honesty. But yeah, that's a pretty cool little note. Another bit of news coming out of San Diego Comic-Con. I don't know if you guys saw it, but John Cena showed up, full Peacemaker outfit,
Yeah.
Thought that was sick. I think I mentioned it in a podcast 2 ago. I finished the season 1 of that show, and I thought it was great. So the next bit of news was super exciting for me to be able to be coming fresh off that first season and seeing the official release of season 2's trailer. And man, all I can say is it all kind of like makes sense now how they're going to incorporate him into this universe. And I know we, talked about it a little bit ago, Max, but what are some of your thoughts after watching the trailer itself?
I think it just like made sense of everything where it confirmed like obviously the trailer's out, by the way, so we're not spoiling anything.
Yeah, no. Go check it out.
But it just confirms that he goes to a different universe and stuff, like parallel dimension. Really excited. Kind of makes sense. If you watch Superman, which I hope you guys did by now, he's getting interviewed in that movie, and he's like a public face, public hero. And basically in the trailer, it kind of showed that, he is a huge hero in the other universe. And so that's kind of cool to see. I could see how it goes more into the Superman world or Superman universe. And so yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about that. I think John Cena gave a hell of a performance in season 1. And so my biggest thing is I hope they don't change the intro.
Yeah. Well, it's supposed to be a different song. Yeah, they confirmed it's a different song. I can look it up and tell you which one it is.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
But I feel like it'll be something similar to what they did. Like it'll just be a different version.
I enjoyed that show a lot. I talked to you guys about it quite a bit over the years, and so yeah, it's
I mean, I'm excited. Grateful that I finally took the time to sit down and watch it. And yeah, like you said, I know that you've mentioned it multiple times, saying like, dude, you got to watch this show. But I feel like now that seeing Superman, seeing Creature Commandos, it's really drawn me back into it for sure to take the time to watch it.
Yeah, DC's blowing up, dude.
And for Cameron, I know you haven't watched it yet, but it's definitely got to be up on the list for sure because it is a really good show.
It's definitely, there's a lot of things on my list. I have a hard time sitting down and finding time to watch something like that. Like,
yeah.
Past couple weeks, I've been meaning to sit down and watch the Batman, and I still haven't.
Right. Yeah.
But
I mean,
that's a long movie. That's a sit through.
That's a long time. Yeah.
You got to sit through that, but it's
good. I mean, I really like that movie. So
yeah.
To jam through a couple of filming news and a couple of interview news that we've kind of got throughout the week. 2 big ones that showed up was that Vision Quest. Wow, I can't talk. It's officially Vision Quest. That's what I kept saying. I had a issue there for a second. It officially wrapped.
I got some for you. Don't worry.
No, dude, it's all right. It officially wrapped filming. The story is actually going to pick up right at the end of where WandaVision left off, where we see White Vision, vanish into the sky.
Mm-hmm.
This is starring Paul Bettany, James Spader's returning as Ultron, and then many more. I forget the girl's name that's playing the human version of Edith. She's also going to be in it.
Yep.
And then on a side note, we have starting of filming for our next MCU movie, Spider-Man Brand New Day. It's set to start filming August 1st, which is super exciting. We've gotten plenty of good casting reveals for that movie as well, with John Bernthal as the Punisher, Tom Holland returning as Spider-Man, Sadie Sink, which we don't know what her character is yet, but there's a lot of theories out there. And then, of course, Mark Ruffalo returning as the Hulk. And then on
Savage Hulk.
Savage Hulk, yes, that's what I think it's confirmed, right? Completely.
I think it has been confirmed.
Yeah. There's got to be some. Yeah, they have to at some level before Secret Wars, in my opinion.
They've just gotten bullied to the point enough where they're like, okay, we just have to bring a Savage Hulk back.
Right. And then on the interview front, we had a couple of cool little notes from interviews. One with Matt Shackman, the WandaVision director and the Fantastic Four director, stating that in his interview via Screen Rant that, on quote, Wanda's never gone, talking about how strong she is with her power. And when he was asked essentially, like, do you think we'll ever see Wanda again? Which I thought was a cool little note. I mean, we all kind of theorized that, and I figured it was coming at some point. But it was cool to hear, the creator of that show, say that essentially. And then pivoting over to an interview with Kevin Feige. I don't know the source of this one, but it was in a recent interview.
It was every source.
Yeah, it's kind of like everywhere at this point. Yeah. Him stating that Marvel will be recasting major MCU heroes in the future. And this coincides with his statement stating that the MCU will actually reset instead of reboot following the events of Avengers Secret Wars. So I was going to, take a little time to see what your guys' thoughts on this were, because I figured this was probably some of the biggest news that we got throughout the week, going into our, next news segment as well. What were your guys' thoughts, and, how do you feel about this ultimately?
I like it because at some point you have to do it.
Yeah.
And you can't do it. You can't wait 30, 40 years to put a new character in that same position, whatever, a new actor in that character's position.
Right.
And at the end of the day, they're trying to just to tell a story, right? So it's almost unfair to everyone else that they wouldn't tell a story if they don't want to. There's so much more the MCU could do besides what they've already done. The Marvel universe is huge.
Yep.
And each of the characters that are in the main Avengers cast, they have so much more stories and stuff to tell. And so I think I like it. I mean, I know a comparison I saw was like, we just recasted Superman.
Right. It's doing well.
Globally, one of the biggest recognized heroes in the world. And that movie, I think, just did over 500 million, right?
518, I think it's
518 million. Yeah. So it's like, obviously, it's not a bad move. Obviously, we care about those characters. We care about Robert Downey Jr. We care about Chris Evans,
right?
Chris Hemsworth. At some point, they are going to have to do it. It just kind of depends on which route they go in. But I mean, I wouldn't be mad if they did.
Yeah, I'm going to piggyback off what you said, Max. I mean, yeah, exactly what you said. At the end of the day, all these actors and actresses, they get older. They're put in a position where they can't play these characters anymore. But there's too many stories out there in the comic world that still need to be told.
Yep.
And it's inevitable. The characters are going to get recast, and it's not always going to be a bad thing. And I mean, I don't want to see Captain America just be gone. I don't want to see Iron Man's character be gone. I don't want to see Black Panthers. I want to see all these characters and all these stories that we still need to be given. And told. So I think it's a great move to especially recast the major MCU heroes, and I'm excited for it.
I agree.
I mean, like another example, I mean, we just had a really great performance by I forget the actress's name, but Riri Williams, and it was very much like an Iron Man-esque thing, and so it's technically the girl version of Iron Man, right? And so it works out great. So I wouldn't be mad at even if another guy stepped into that role and became like a new Tony Stark or a different version of Tony Stark. Like, I think it just has to happen, especially as the story keeps going.
Yeah. I mean, it just gives, like you guys both have mentioned, it's just, the flexibility of it. Like, there's still so much that they could do. Like, there's, it feels like we've gotten a lot, over the span of the MCU, but I feel like they've only scratched the surface. And I think that we ultimately are on a trajectory to which we need to have this. We need to have some sort of reset. Like I know they make the joke all the time,
Yeah.
about the guy right up here, Hugh Jackman, saying like, "Oh, he's going to play Wolverine till he's 90, till he's 90." It's like, okay, well he can't we can do that and
You
it's
can't
funny.
physically do that.
You physically can't play Wolverine until you're 90. Like that's not
he might be able to. But
he might be able to. If anyone could,
it's Hugh. Yeah.
yeah, it's Hugh. But I mean, like, that's the rare occasion, you know what I mean? And that's why it's such
100%.
an ongoing joke. It's like these, you talk about how Robert Downey Jr. played Iron Man, for all these years. And then I think it was the first role after he stepped out of being so committed to Iron Man and he had the co star role in Oppenheimer. He won an Oscar, like, immediately. Like, not to say that that was the reasoning for that, but it's like those other roles create those other opportunities. And it's hard for comic book movies. Yeah.
Yeah, the Iron Man role brought I don't want to get too much into this, but the Iron Man role brought Robert Downey Jr. back
Yes,
from the bottom.
exactly.
At the end of the day, right? Like no one would hire him, and he's amazing. He's an amazing actor.
Yep. It put Chris Hemsworth on the map. Like he was hired, and everyone was kind of like, "Who? Like why?"
He was a new actor.
Mm-hmm.
I think Chris Evans blew up in more of a serious type of acting role. Well, yeah, he's still playing a superhero,
right?
Captain America, like he's Captain
Way
America.
different.
He's just straight up like dope, and it was nice to see that he can still be funny, still be like, I was gonna say a heartthrob, but you know what I mean. And so it's like, he's still good.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
I can see these characters playing different stuff.
And then our last bit of news via our source, Daniel RPK.
Yeah,
we had a little bit more stuff in the Marvel world. It's rumored that the casting for Ghost Rider has been selected. It's not officially out there, and we don't know who it is yet, but I'm sure news is to come, which is just crazy.
And like the news just broke out like right before we started this podcast, and so and Daniel RPK is a reliable source.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's shout out Daniel RPK, but it's like that's pretty cool to see,
Yep.
So
and then on that note, there's also confirmed that Blade is officially set to begin filming. Allegedly. We're not going to say officially. Allegedly.
We've been down this road with this movie a lot.
It's supposed to set to begin filming in 2026, which is, I guess that's good news to some extent. But it's like I'll believe it when we see it. Like, and that's sad to say, but it's kind of like the realm we're in at this point. And then the one bullet that I have on here that I think we all kind of thought was pretty interesting was the fact that there's discussions within, the higher ups at Marvel talking about RDJ playing Doctor Doom in projects post Secret Wars, which I thought was really cool and really interesting.
Crazy. That's huge. Like that's actually huge news. And if it's like true, like I said, Daniel RPK is reliable.
Mm-hmm.
If that's news where it's like, they've had discussions of RDJ playing Doctor Doom past Doomsday or post Doomsday, post Secret Wars. They must be doing something crazy with that script.
Yeah, they're cooking.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It really makes you wonder how Secret Wars is gonna end.
Yep, exactly. That's what I was thinking too, right when I saw that. I'm like, what's gonna happen? Who knows? But yeah, that was all the Marvel news, and then a couple of little quick things in the Star Wars world, which I thought were pretty cool. Was that we got a little bit of news in the world of Lucasfilms and their higher ups, essentially kind of giving a rethought towards the whole Mandoverse.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of detail on that, just more so like a vague statement. I think that this could be could come from a lot of different things, and essentially saying like, okay, well, do we want to go this way? Do we want to go that way? I think that they collectively, I think they've heard a lot of the feedback from Star Wars fans, which are by far some of the most vigorous people in the world for sure in terms of fandom. And I think that they're essentially just trying to find the right path that they want to take. And I think that overall they're going to, find that path and it'll work out. But I'm interested to see what those discussions lead to. And then last but not least, we do have some news towards the movie for Rey. It is actually set to begin filming also in 2026. So I'm assuming we'll get a project probably maybe 2027, 2028, just depending on how the filming goes and how long that takes to be shot. That's all.
That's going to be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
I think for the whole like rethinking of Mandoverse, I think they're seeing the trend of like Mandoverse is like the popularity is there.
yeah,
A lot of
exactly.
people are loving what they've been posting. Like obviously we're
Mhm.
still gonna get not posting, but coming out with, excuse me. But yeah, like we're still getting the Mandalorian movie.
Right.
I think it was CinemaCon they showed the trailer, and I'll occasionally see it reposted on Twitter that someone recorded, and it looks amazing. I can't wait to
Mhm.
see the actual trailer.
Dude,
I just,
I'm pumped for that trailer.
dude, I love what they've been doing with the Mandoverse, and I don't want it to stop.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah, I think it's more so like probably I don't even know. I think that the overall rethinking within Lucasfilms just needed to be done. But I do agree that the Mandoverse is probably the best stuff they're putting out right now.
mm-hmm.
And I think that I think the thinking is probably more so towards like, okay, how do we dive into this deeper, essentially, and like how do we get more into this verse, essentially. So yeah, that was my overall thinking too with it. But yeah,
Very packed week of news.
yeah, a lot, that's for sure.
But we love that here.
Yeah, biggest
We
bit of
do love
news
you know what, we love a lot of news. We love getting
Yeah.
a lot of news.
Yeah.
always.
Sometimes it is a lot for us to handle though.
Mm-hmm.
Just being like straight up honest with you guys. I don't know about you guys, but we all got sent some crazy stuff in the mail this week.
We did.
Yeah, we
Yes,
did.
we
So
did.
Magic Mind. I don't know if you guys know about it, but Magic Mind is a mental performance shot. It's the first like mental performance
Mhm.
shot. It's insane. Oh, good job, Austin. Look at that framework, dude.
It's not very good.
No, dude, you just gotta.
No, you could
The
see it.
framework.
You could see it. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can see it, dude.
Yeah.
It's focusing on me. That's why.
It's bomb. We've been trying it now for the past like 8 days, and
There you go.
the one thing I can tell you guys, it's made my life a lot easier. Like it's helped out a whole bunch. Just I feel like there's so much with, especially like we're in the movie like entertainment news like area, and it's helped us out. Like it's helped me out personally like so much, just gathering all this information, remembering certain topics we talk about, remembering stuff we brought up in like past podcasts and all that. And yeah, I'm super excited. They sent us a whole bunch to try, and
Mhm.
like it's super sick. If like, do you guys have anything to say about it? Do you guys like anything about it? Like anything that's changed on your day-to-day basis?
I've been loving it. I've gone through a lot of stress in my life, and I just feel like taking this in the morning, I can tackle my day. I got no brain fog. I feel like I can handle anything that comes to me. I just feel overall, I just feel better
Right.
Yeah,
when I take it.
Feel
Like
calm.
how you said it, I feel very calm.
Mm-hmm.
that's like the instant effect I feel
Yeah,
from it
right.
too. It's crazy.
Super
It's
cool.
like,
I'm able to remember things more, and especially like how you said, like the type of thing that we do with our pod, like we
Yeah.
have to remember things, we have to make all these connections, and I just feel like it's made for us.
Yep. It's made for us.
you hear that? You hear that? And yeah, if you guys want to try it, we'll link a link. We'll drop a link in the description below this video.
Yeah.
We'll get you guys 20% off Magic Mind using code Hero Brew 20. And you could stack that on top of their summer discount that they're going on right now. It's 50% off, so you get a total of 70% off using our code.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely go check it out. I don't know about you guys. I think I'm gonna take one right now.
Let's do it. I'm
I
down.
think I
We
need
still
to.
have-
I'm
we
gonna
still
need
have
it.
that stutter.
A little bit for this podcast.
Yeah, we got
so it's like,
a lot of good topics coming
yeah.
up.
Oh, we gotta
Right.
shake it, dude. It's good. It has like matcha in it and stuff. Cognizine, matcha, lion's mane,
I'm about to roar after drinking this.
ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is always good.
Yeah.
Helps you sleep better.
Yeah.
Always.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Boom.
Boom.
That's tasty.
I could tell you, my stress
Tasty.
is already gone.
It disappeared.
Guys,
I
I'm
don't know about you
talking so much clearer now. Do you hear me?
Yeah, dude, I can hear you.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not
it's clear.
stumbling over my words.
It works. It's crazy. Like I said, it'll be below. Shout out Magic Mind. Thank you for sponsoring this episode of the podcast.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you for all
Shout
the
out.
Magic Mind you sent us. Let's go.
Magical.
Moving on. Cameron,
Yes, sir.
Now we're
you
locked
want to
in.
start us off with our main topic?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Fantastic for the first steps. I don't know about you guys, but I'm still kind of like in shock that we got this movie. I
It
saw
was good.
dude, I saw a tweet today, and it was someone quote retweeting when we first got the announcement for it, and then another one where they announced Joseph Quinn playing as Human Torch, and it was like 3 years ago or like 4 years ago. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
I was surprised. But
Yeah.
initial reactions, what do you guys have any like short ones you want to do real quick, or what was your rating for it?
It was a good movie. I mean, kind of like you just mentioned about 4 years ago. Like, I think at one point I said that in the theater to my girlfriend. I was like, this is like one that we've seen from start to finish. I mean,
Mhm.
not to say that we haven't seen that before, but for this one it just felt so much different because it was
Mhm.
like we've had it before, but it's like now that Disney has their hands on it, I'm like, okay, this is going to probably be pretty good, and I've been wanting that really bad for them. But overall reaction, great movie.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
No real gripes with it. I mean, a few things here and there.
What's your rating?
Yeah, give us your rating.
I think with the mid credit scene, it's a 10. But
Yeah.
the
Fun fact. I think Cameron, you already said it, but just since we just mentioned mid-credit scene, spoiler heavy, by the
Oh
way.
yes,
spoiler heavy,
we are
yeah.
very spoiler heavy.
Yeah,
If
we
you
don't
haven't-
want.
if
If
you
you
haven't
haven't
seen
watched it,
Stop right now, go watch it, come back.
come on back.
Yep.
Yeah.
We can keep
Please.
talking about it.
please.
Yeah.
So with the mid credit scene 10, without, I'd say probably, I kind of like gave it a little bit of thought. I'd say this is like 8.5. Like 8.5 is a solid number. I was a little bit lower at first, but I think after watching it a second time, because we saw it in 3D yesterday, I think that it kept it around 8.5. I think that was my overall rating for it. Thought it was a really visually good movie. I mean, we can go more in depth and everything later, but yeah, 8.5 was pretty solid.
Yeah.
What
What about you
next?
guys?
I'm in the same boat. It's like 8.2, 8.5.
Yeah,
I thought it was really good.
yeah,
We didn't talk much about it before the pod, but it was. If you want to be honest, I was afraid that it wasn't gonna be like my expectations were so high for this movie, and like prior to watching it, but I was afraid it wasn't gonna be as good as Superman because we all went into Superman not thinking it was gonna be like the greatest thing ever. We wanted it to be good as well, and Superman blew us out of the water, and so I
Yeah.
was like, "There's no way. I don't know if this movie's gonna be good or not." And to be honest, it was great. I enjoyed the movie a lot. Yeah, I'm in that 8.5 area, and obviously, like Cameron, I think you mentioned this earlier. But you said they made like how much opening weekend?
220 million opening
Yeah.
weekend.
Crazy.
which is crazy.
Yeah, and they're on like a
They're-
$200 million budget.
Yeah, 200
Mhm.
mil for the budget.
And they just did that. That's crazy. That's so cool.
Yeah.
They must have been on Magic Mind or something while making
Yeah,
that movie.
dialed in.
They were dialed in. Yeah, I'm with you guys. I'm around like an 8.5, 8.6.
Yeah,
Dude, like you said, Austin, Max, you said it too. Just visually, this movie was
Beautiful.
amazing. It was so good, and even in IMAX 3D, and we'll talk about it later when we talk about some scenes. But there's some scenes
Yeah.
in this movie where you're just like in
I
your
only-
seat, just freaking out.
right. My only gripe with the 3D, I thought that the movie itself in 3D was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Theaters got to figure out this glasses situation, dude. They're not comfortable at all.
I kept
Like,
looking over to my left, and
I'm doing
he's like
this,
taking them off, and he's like,
dude, because it's like, listen, I'm gonna be honest. I have a bigger nose, so it's a little, uncomfortable when it's.
Yeah,
'cause
we all
there's no
see.
cut for it. Like
Do you
for
still
these
have them?
glasses, you have this. For them, it's like all the way down to here, so it's just like resting.
Yeah.
It's like my only gripe, but like nothing against the movie in 3D at all. But like we gotta figure something out.
Get you some goggles.
I know. I'm about to invest in my own 3D glasses.
You probably can.
You probably can.
Yeah.
So
No, you probably could. Yeah, definitely. Since we're talking about IMAX, definitely go watch it in IMAX.
Mhm.
yeah,
It's the best-
definitely.
It's like this movie was made for IMAX, and like Cameron said, we'll talk about it later on certain scenes, but you don't want to miss any certain parts or anything like this. And like, look, we're not getting paid by IMAX. We've never been to like IMAX studios,
I would love
in
to.
Southern California.
Not yet.
We would love to. By
We
the
would
way,
love
IMAX,
to.
if you're watching
Yeah.
this podcast,
I
Yes.
love IMAX
But-
movies.
if they're putting the time and effort to really make it into IMAX and it's premiering there, I think it's definitely worth the money. Go spend a little bit extra and really, really enjoy how the movie's supposed to look.
Yes.
You know,
Shot
And so-
specifically for.
I will die on that hill. If a movie's shot for IMAX, I will
You
see
have
it in
to see it in
IMAX, and
IMAX
I will
first.
always
Yeah.
defend it and tell people if they didn't see it in IMAX, go see it in IMAX
Yeah.
Yeah,
because it's a million
worth
times
it.
better.
Right.
100%. Yeah.
That's why I'm
That was
upset
our-
about.
That was our IMAX shout out.
That's why
I just
I'm
wish
very.
there was more, man. Like more IMAX theater.
Theaters
Like,
around?
yeah.
Wish the Odyssey that we got tickets for that. I'm really upset, but at the
70
end of the day,
millimeter.
in 70 millimeter,
We'll
at
get
the end
it.
of the day, we'll see it in
Dude,
IMAX. It'll be fine.
I feel like they're gonna extend the dates for it. I
Yeah.
feel like they kind of have.
Yeah, they'll probably bring it, and then
Yeah, it'll
There's more
probably stay
days.
in those theaters specifically for a while. I'm gonna say probably longer than we're expecting.
Yeah.
we'll see.
I mean, it's hard though with like all the timing dates and stuff.
It's
for,
hard with the actual film.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So a lot of I think I mentioned this a lot last podcast, but
yeah.
the actual film of the movie is not usually films come out in
Right.
a USB drive.
Exactly.
All the 70 millimeters actually like actual.
It's the
prints.
real. Yeah, the real
it's
deal.
the real. So it's like it's hard
It
to
gets
maintain
worn out,
those.
right?
Yeah, and so you have to put them in back in like a vault and stuff, and that's where they usually go. Yeah,
And they only get sent one copy. I'm guessing.
yeah, you can't.
You
Too
can't.
expensive to be
Yeah,
sent multiple
That makes
copies.
sense. Yep.
That's why it's only in select theaters, like 12 theaters in the US or something like that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It'll be good though. We'll be able to see it.
Yeah, I mean regular IMAX, it'll still be really
Yeah,
good.
it's still going to be amazing. Fantastic Four, though, as you guys know, this is our third iteration of this. So we had the 2005 and 2007 Fantastic Four movies that were Fox, and then we had the 2015 remake that ultimately was a fail. And I don't know about you guys, but after that one, I was like, damn, we're never going to see Fantastic Four ever again, I don't think.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, no, it's like I said, I still haven't watched the 2015 one, or you
Right.
said 2015, right?
Yeah.
Haven't
Yeah.
watched it, but the cast was great.
Yeah,
I
the cast
believe
was phenomenal.
I believe it was 2015, 2016.
It's 20. Yeah, I think it was 2015.
Because
When
I
looked.
just saw something saying that it might have been New Rockstars video actually. Shout out New Rockstars.
Shout out
Shout
New
out.
Rockstars, dude.
And they
They're
were
great.
saying basically that movie ultimately led to
2015. Yeah. Sorry.
selling all of that back to selling that to Disney.
Yeah, I believe it.
But I'm just thankful it's back, and
Could have been all part of the master plan.
it could have been Mickey Mouse. Good job. But yeah, what was your guys' overall opinion about this team that we have, this iteration of the Fantastic Four?
Austin, you want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead. I went first on the last one. You can knock this one.
I thought it was. I'm not going to say it, but I thought it was great.
You could say
I
it.
thought, okay, it was fantastic.
It was
man.
fantastic.
If you, the iteration of, it was beautifully shot. There were some scenes where I was like a little too much CGI heavy
Mm-hmm.
regarding certain characters. I'm just going to mention now since I'm like, there. It's not much, but it's like a lot to do with Baby Franklin.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
obviously it's a baby. I totally get that. So I'm not like it's not the end of the world complaint. You know,
Right,
I'm not
right.
gonna base my scores off of this. It's just a little bit where it's like I wish that looked a little bit better. It doesn't affect anything. Like I said, the movie looked great. I saw some other podcasts talking about this movie, and they were saying, and one thing kind of stuck out because it's been going around TikTok too, but they said this was a 2025 movie, like superhero movie, but it was based off like a 2003 or filmed like a 2003 superhero movie. And I kind of get that because obviously they go back in the past,
Right.
or not go back in the past, but it's their
Set.
whole universe is set, obviously like looks like in the 70s, right?
60s. I think.
60s.
60s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
And
tried
so
it in the 60s.
yeah, it looks it looks amazing still. I loved it. I kind of like that aspect of it. There's a lot of like cheesy one-liners that I kind of dug. So
Yeah.
it's like I liked
Yeah.
it. I liked all the characters they had. Like we'll go more into it, but
Yeah.
Awesome. I mean, this is I think that the other casts were really like we talked about with the 2015 one. That cast was an elite team of those actors at that time too. I thought that was a really good choice.
Miles Teller,
Michael B. Jordan,
Michael B. Jordan.
Kate Mara, or
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
Kate Mara.
Kate Mara, I believe.
something Mara.
It's something Mara.
Kate
And
Mara,
then
Yeah.
what's the dude that played Ben
Jamie
Grimm?
Bell.
Jamie Bell.
Great cast,
Great cast.
but just didn't pan out.
No.
And then the other, I mean, the 2005 one is that I actually enjoyed those movies, and I think that was a good iteration of it. I just thought it was, for what its time was, I thought it was really good.
It was cool. There were certain parts where I was like, really?
Yeah, exactly.
The cool. Oh, go
What you
ahead. My bad. I was
Yeah,
just gonna say like the cool part of those movies, the old
Yeah.
ones, were, which I know you're gonna talk about next, but is like the cast was really good in those movies, in the 2005 2007 movies. They were really like, I really saw them as a family,
Yeah, definitely.
But so I'm glad this kind of lived up to that.
Yeah, this is my favorite iteration of it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I was a little, I mean, we'll talk about this more with the characters and stuff. Like, I was a little skeptical at first with some of the castings, but I think that this iteration for me was definitely my favorite in the long run.
Yeah.
I think that it ultimately exceeded my expectations of what it was going to be. And that's, pretty high because I thought this movie was going to be good regardless, just because they wanted to get Fantastic Four right, especially with introducing them into this realm.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was probably my favorite. Not probably, it was my favorite iteration of this group, the Marvel's First Family. And yeah, we can go more in depth when talking about the characters later.
Yeah, like you said, Austin, it's Marvel's First Family. This is
Right.
And back obviously in the 50s, 60s, they created this family, the Fantastic Four. And this might be kind of a hot take. After watching this Fantastic Four, I look back at the 2005 one and I'm just like, I look at that 2005 movie and I'm like, I don't see like that family chemistry like I do with this one.
Really?
Yes. The biggest gripe I have, which I've told Austin, I've told a lot of people, is I love the dynamic. Every character in this new one, their dynamic together was amazing, especially the Thing and Johnny. Ben and Johnny's chemistry in this movie, like I love that. Like in the 2005 ones, they had some good moments, but they just bickered the whole time. They kind of fought with each other, and we didn't really see that in this one. They had a few moments where they kind of like messed around with each other, but it was all in good fun. Like I don't know, I just got that's the vibe that I got, but
yeah, same in. I get that. That's your opinion.
yeah,
I'm just gonna disagree with it.
But that's fine.
No, it's something where like I enjoyed because I didn't realize that they like had a like in my eyes I didn't realize they had a great family connection in the first movie until I rewatched it again.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And like even you're right. Johnny and the Thing really do banter a lot in those movies, like the old ones. But at the same time, they are doing it like in a friendly banter,
Right?
Where like even Chris Evans, Johnny Storm, right? He talks about like his girlfriend, like, hey, how's that? I think that's just how the jokes were back in the day. They were like, I don't know, they were able to say a lot more stuff basically, and get away with it, kind of. But it's just to counter your argument. By the way, this is a podcast where we could just share. It's our we argue. It's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
We share our opinions. If we weren't, it would be a fake podcast. But it's crazy that like the comparisons. There's a lot. We also didn't get like in those movies in the 2005 2007 movies. It was they just got their powers. Yeah, they've known each other for a while, right? But they just got their powers. Right? Even in the second one, I think they were like a year later or 2 years later?
A couple of years, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Dr. Doom was frozen still. I think it was like a year or something like that. He wasn't frozen for long. But like this movie starts off with 4 years into the movie, 4 years of them having their powers.
Right.
Not of them knowing each other, but just 4 years of like
them
having
being
the power. So
yeah,
it's like to me, I'm like the family chemistry hopefully is way better, right? And so it's just like it's just something that kind of
and that's
they
a good
got rid
point.
of. I think they might have got rid of the like they might have had the banter in the beginning, like the hard banter, and then it was like now it's like 4 years into it, it's like we're boys, we're just gonna joke around and stuff.
Yeah,
like the scene in the bedroom, Cameron. I know what you're talking about, dude. Well, not like that, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
yeah, dude, it's great. It's great.
But yeah, we'll go deeper into the characters now. Obviously, Reed Richards, Sue Storm, Ben Grimm, Johnny Storm, and there's a bunch of side characters that we can talk about. But what are you guys' overall reactions? Who was your favorite? What stuck out to you?
Like I said earlier, I mean, I was a little skeptical on. I'll be the first to admit that I was a little skeptical on the Pedro Pascal casting as Reed Richards and Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm. I'll be the first to say like I was completely wrong. I thought they did phenomenal. I thought that both of them in those roles really fit it perfectly. I listened to an interview, I forget which one it was, but it was with Pedro Pascal, where he was talking about him getting into character as Reed Richards, and he was actually having trouble being too 60s like monologue type, like or dialogue, sorry, dialect, yeah, where he was like stuck in that, essentially like a method type of situation. And like they were saying like, well, you could tone it down a little bit, like, you're going a little far. But he was like, that's just what it's what I do. It's like what I want to be. I want to embody this character, and I know that based off of what they've done with their own research while getting prepared for this role, they wanted to be the Fantastic Four. They wanted to be Marvel's first family, and you can just tell between the four of them that family chemistry was there. And like you see them immediately posting on debut day or release day, giving each other their flowers essentially, and saying like this was one of the best projects they all worked on together. But yeah, I'd say my overall favorite character was probably Johnny. It was just really cool. I will say that Reed and Sue were the face of the movie for sure. They lived up 100% to what I was kind of expecting for this film. But overall, I think I enjoyed Johnny's presence in the movie a lot, because we got to see a different side of him that we normally didn't see. Ergo with the 2005 film with Chris Evans, like he was more of a, I think you said heartthrob earlier. Like that's
He was a
essentially
playboy.
heartthrob.
He was a playboy.
He was a playboy.
I do have. We'll keep
You have a
going.
great-
I do have my I have an argument for that.
Okay.
Because Cameron, you would agree with us, and you think it shows more of his smarter side and stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I loved. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Evans did that in the second movie.
Yeah,
He took all their powers.
Yeah.
Right. This movie, I don't agree with you guys, because he figured out a message. Right. He figured out the language. But even Sue, like watching again, even Sue, when she walked in the room and stuff and asked him about he figured out the message. She was like, "Dude, great job, right?"
Right.
She was like, "Oh, I could give it to Reed. He could decipher it."
Yeah.
In my head, I'm like, Reed could have deciphered that message in a day.
Yeah.
Compared to,
well, yeah, because
maybe not.
She said that they would have just developed an algorithm, but he was like,
and
nah, he's busy.
He doesn't have enough time.
Yeah.
So I don't get me wrong. This is my favorite Johnny Storm. Like, I'm like, blew Chris Evans out of the water, in my opinion. Completely. I loved every aspect of his Johnny Storm. Especially anything to do with Silver Surfer. I thought he was great. I just wish they gave him a little bit more of a smart side. He was more of a thrill seeker still to me. And I think that might be that just might be him. Obviously he had that whole thing about going into space, like fascination. He wanted to go back nonstop.
Right.
But yeah, I do agree with you guys. I think he was like Joseph Quinn being casted as him. I was excited about it because I loved him in Stranger Things as Eddie. I thought he was dope. And so I was really excited, but it's still that blew me out of the water completely. Right. I thought he was great. He was emotional too, and I thought he was like a little brother, and I dug it. He
was the little brother. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was cool to see him and Pedro in something again, because obviously they were in Gladiator 2 together.
Yeah.
And Joseph Quinn in that movie was just insane.
Yeah.
So it was really cool to see them together in a movie, but like completely different roles.
Right.
In a way.
Yeah, I haven't watched Gladiator 2 yet.
It shows
it's really good.
Shows their range.
Yeah.
Really?
A lot. Yeah. Between this
character,
these characters, and theirs.
Joseph Quinn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, who else did I like? I liked
Ben Grimm was dope.
I was gonna say, yeah, awesome. Ben Grimm.
The Thing.
Great job.
I wanted more. I don't know about you guys, but I think they cut a lot out.
I did too.
Yeah, they for sure did.
I really think that The Thing was supposed to have more scenes with, I'm forgetting her name, but the love interest in a way. I think there was supposed to be a lot more scenes together. And I could be wrong, but I did read something that they did cut a lot out from this movie, because I remember the first test screening.
Rachel, by the way, Austin.
Rachel, sorry.
Rachel, okay.
Yeah.
The actress's name is Natasha.
Yeah.
Natasha Lyonne.
Who also, she plays Birdie or whatever.
Yes. I was expecting her to
Marvel's
grow
What
wings
If.
in this movie.
Yeah. And I mean, not everyone. I mean, we didn't really need it. I think it was fine without it, but it's just it would have been cool kind of to see a little bit more for it to make more sense, because it just, you could tell something was there and something was missing.
Right.
I was gonna say that, dude, because their chemistry when they first met, like, it was obviously like kind of like their first time meeting, right?
Right.
I don't know about you guys, but it was so good. Like
Yeah.
when they were like flirting with each other, like, oh,
Right.
you should come
They
over here.
had
Oh yeah, I might
yeah.
do
I'll
that. My
bring
favorite
cookies.
cookies, the
Yeah.
chocolate covered one. And
Right.
I'm like, dude, they're flirting with each other. They're
Yeah.
hate. Like, I wanted to see more of that. So I completely
There
agree with you,
was-
Cameron. I think that's
Yeah.
a really good take.
because there's 3 scenes. There was that scene where they're talking. There's the scene where he's walking in the street and like she's outside of the church and he like turns around and walks away and she sees
And
him.
you just like see, yeah.
And then the third scene is when he goes into the church and like they just have like it's like I don't even know how long of a talk they had. It was really short and that was it.
Yeah.
Like there was definitely more there that we didn't get.
Yeah. Okay. I do have another complaint. The pacing was a little bit bad.
Towards
the movie?
the second half of the movie.
Towards the second half of the movie,
Yeah,
it felt rushed, but at the same time, they like you said, it almost felt like it was cut, like a lot of stuff was cut out, right? So it did feel like it felt rushed and cut out, and I don't know why they had to shorten the movie.
They might have cut it a little too much.
Yeah, because it was
Yeah,
supposed
too
to
much.
be. It was supposed to be like wasn't it supposed to be like 2 hours and 15 minutes, something like
Something
that.
Which would have been
yeah.
fine. I feel
And
like
it
that would
was
have been totally
down
fine.
to like an hour and 50,
55.
It was
55.
yeah. There's some complaints I have with like the decisions they decide to do, and I feel like some of the decisions were already talked about prior to it, and it's just I feel like they just added more story than they needed to, but not enough like character development, I would say.
Yeah.
Like obviously we see Johnny character development just from the beginning of the movie till the end. It's like you see him going up, right? Like him helping out and stuff, and then you see Reed Richards, obviously, without spoiling my favorite scene because I want to talk about it. But then you have like even the mom, Sue Storm, who like Vanessa Kirby gave performance of her life. I thought that was a great performance. Like favorite iteration of Sue Storm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Favorite, like, dude, like she was like a mom and she was great, but she gave me like such older sister vibes, which was great. And it's like I thought she was fantastic in the movie. There was a little scene where there was like a line where she was like Johnny Killer talking about like the Silver Surfer, and then he was like, "Wait, what?" And then she was like, "Johnny," like I think she said "killer," right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Then she was like,
if you want to see your nephew live,
Johnny, she's trying to like kill your nephew or whatever, like kill her.
Kill
I was
her.
like, or like get her, and I was like, shit. I was like, dude, my sister would say some stuff like that, And so that was pretty cool. I thought she was great.
It was really cool seeing her as like such a leader, not necessarily for the Fantastic Four, even though she was, but
She
as
was
a
the
leader,
leader. Yeah,
as
she
a
was great.
leader on the outside for like political reasons, like for Future Foundation, she was like their number one.
Right.
Well, yeah, and that's actually a perfect thing to kind of go into. It's like there was no other established heroes in that world, in that universe, I would say, from what it looks like, at least from what we got. And she really like took that on, where I think she is like the leader of the Fantastic Four. Obviously, you have Reed Richards, right? Pedro Pascal's Reed Richards leading them, but it's like you had her talking to Silver Surfer first. You had her doing all the like the UN stuff. The what was it called in the movie? The Baxter Foundation or the
Future Foundation.
Future Foundation. And it's like when she was just leading that was super cool. Like you could tell she was just in charge of everything.
Yeah.
And it was great. Yeah.
Everyone looked up to her, saw her kind of like as a light of hope. Like even like Mole Man, that scene where he wanted Reed Richards to talk to him, like obviously that ended with all 3 of the men having to leave, and then he's just like, "Sorry, Sue, end of time."
Yeah, he's like, "Yeah, Sue, what do you need?"
He's like, "What do you need? What do you need from me?" So it's like everyone sees her as like the leader.
Yeah.
But yeah, every character killed it. It was perfect.
Knocked it out of the park.
Perfect casting. They all played. Dude, each of them, they all like Reed with Sue with Ben, like every character with each other had such meaningful and impactful scenes together where they all had like that moment of like just their chemistry all together, where it was all 4 of them together or just one-on-one. It was just amazing.
Right.
And I loved it.
Yeah, I agree.
Before we talk about our favorite scene, I just wanted to add one more question in super quick. I want to start it off because I don't know what your guys' will be, but I want to talk about our favorite Easter egg that we noticed in the movie.
Okay.
My favorite Easter egg was, I don't know if you guys caught it. I know I told you, Austin, is when Silver Surfer comes down to like the Times Square area it cuts to these men inside a comic shop, which is Timely Comics, which in the fees, Timely Comics was what it was before they became Marvel Comics.
Right.
So I thought that was just super, super cool. It was a cool detail to see. That was my favorite Easter egg. Did you guys have one? Or
I think me
I
and
have
Max have
one.
the same one. And I knew he was gonna say it first. I was like, damn.
I was like, well, it might be different, but I mean, mine was the one that I didn't see in the trailers. One that I kind of didn't see coming was the Latveria section on the on
Damn
the
it.
seat. It was missing. I mean, also you could go more into it.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it was just the Latveria seat was missing, like the
Yeah.
representative / president, whatever.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. It showed it twice in the movie, and both times they kind of like focused on it a little bit, but not really. But they kind of took their time with
Right.
it, where you noticed it,
Right.
and yeah, you go more into it. Austin, go ahead.
I'd say that one's probably my favorite. I'll say a different one though, so that way we can kind of touch on it too, because I think that they do deserve a little bit of recognition for what it's worth from us. 1994 project of the Fantastic Four that got canceled, I think.
Yeah,
Seeing the cast, the movie, yes, sorry, the cast was incorporated into a few roles based off of what I
didn't
noticed.
see it. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
I
I didn't
forgot about it the
see 'em
second
either.
time watching the movie,
Yep.
but the first time I was looking for it. I did not like them.
Yeah, I noticed it because I saw the photos of them at the blue carpet premiere.
Yeah,
And I saw them on the one where they were like, "Thank you, Fantastic Four." It was all four of them standing together, and I was like, "There's got to be a reason they put those four." And it's like one bigger.
they said they were going to be in the movie like the day before the premiere, I think, or something like that. But
I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, that's dope.
It's a good shout out.
Yeah, I think that the Latveria scene was probably my favorite, but I thought that was a really cool callback to them because they never got their day in the sun. I mean, it's like how they did with Channing Tatum as Gambit. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's gonna have a role, but it's like he never got his movie.
Their movie never they shot their movie completely.
Right.
You could find it online.
Right.
I haven't looked for it, but you can find it online if you really want to watch it somewhere.
Right.
But might have to go check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we all have the same favorite scene, but we might not. But who knows?
I was gonna say,
I know the common one we all have.
Right.
Yeah.
We all have a common one. I don't know if it's all of our favorites, but we have one that could be our favorites.
Mm-hmm.
I have one that I don't think is your guys' favorite.
Start us off. Go ahead.
No. Well, I want you guys to mention. Okay, can I start with the one that I think we're all going to talk about? Then the common one. Then you guys could talk about it. I won't talk about it more.
Yeah.
And this is why I said watch this movie in IMAX. For me, at least, it might be different. For me, it was Intro to Galactus.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about that whole, what was it?
So from them getting beamed up to,
well, if I were to have like a whole segment, it would be obviously that whole segment from them, from them flying to space, to them coming back to Earth.
Yeah,
that was my favorite segment of the whole movie. But the scene, like actual scene, I'm talking about like maybe like 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds. And I know which one you guys are going to talk about, so I'm just going to kind of pivot away from it, but it's still in the same realm, is where they just show Galactus for the first time sitting down.
Yeah.
And his eyes turn on and all this stuff. And the IMAX speakers were going crazy.
Yep.
The presence, I felt, was insane.
Yep.
The moment where right before that, when we saw his ship come out of the planet and just kind of blew up right in front of you.
Right.
Cameron, right in front of you. I just saw you look right at me. And that was insane just to see how that whole thing is. And like I said, go watch it in IMAX. Don't miss your chance to see it in IMAX, because visually and like just it's real hard to explain. It's real crazy. Like how you feel, what you hear is super important. And that was like the impact I had. But I mean, now since I know we don't have favorite scenes, I'll let you guys talk about like your actual favorite scene in the movie, and then I'll go with mine.
Okay. Awesome.
Cameron, you want to go?
Oh, you want me to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean,
because I want to see. I mean, if you want to talk about that scene, I have a different one that I could pick too.
I'm trying to like think through the whole movie, and I mean, I think it's a lot of people's favorite scene, but obviously that whole chase when they're leaving to escape from Galactus,
so sick.
Right.
So freaking sick.
The visuals and the score, and you could feel how intense it was. And they get that moment of hope where you think like they escaped, and then Silver Surfer is just right in that
Right
vortex thing with
there,
them.
dude.
And Johnny obviously shooting the beams, they're curving. And I just think any scene of Silver Surfer where it's showing her surf on something, whether it's the lava inside Galactus' ship or like the
Was sick.
dust with the black
Yeah.
hole, like it's, yeah, I think that whole scene is just 100% amazing, and that's my favorite.
Right.
It was super cool.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I'll go with the kind of different one. I mean, it's correlating to Silver Surfer too.
Okay, thank God. I was like, please don't say about it.
I really loved the Silver Surfer scene with Johnny, where when he figured out her language, and it was a last ditch effort by Johnny. In all honesty, of the 4 members of the Fantastic Four, Johnny is probably my favorite, just because the banter he has with Spider-Man through a lot of the comics, I think is really cool. Kind of going away from that, I think that scene in the movie was super dope. Just more so because like we got to see the emotional side of Silver Surfer that I didn't really expect, which I thought was really cool. And also ultimately like the visuals of that were, amazing. And like it was funny because they kept saying like, they kept making the joke like, oh, you had a moment, you had a moment. And it's like he really was having a moment with them, like, or with the Silver Surfer. And it's like you can't, you can't put words on something that draws someone to emotion like the words of their homeland, like he presented to her via the recordings of all of the different worlds that were calling for help, and just seeing like the sacrifice she had to make in order to save her daughter, save the planet, save all this. And I think she references it later into the movie, talking about like, oh well, if Franklin were older, he would make this decision too. Like he would do the same thing, trying to like pin it back on them, like you should just give him up because he would have chose to do this too. But I think that ultimately that was probably one of my favorite visual scenes for sure, and also like the emotional ties that it had into it, and seeing Johnny land, and for him to really display all the work that he had put in order to decipher her language and learn. I think that really stood out for me. And then, of course, the final scene that's up there too. But I
Really?
didn't. You didn't like it? Interesting. Final
Final
scene, and then
scene-
the intro to Galactus for sure. Yeah,
You're talking about the final scene, like mid-credit scene, or the final scene of the actual movie?
I thought the final scene of the movie was good. I know, it's fine.
It was spoiler-free, right?
Yeah,
No, full spoiler.
full spoilers.
Yeah, sorry, full spoiler. Yeah, the final scene was okay. I knew it was gonna happen, right? Obviously, we all knew it was gonna happen.
Right.
But they almost had me in the first half of that final, the final like 2 minutes. I for sure thought Sue Storm was dying. I don't know why. I knew she wasn't.
Right.
But they made me, when it got quiet.
I
for
thought she
about
died.
15
Yeah.
seconds.
Well,
She
but
did technically die.
Yeah.
But like when he got quiet for 15 seconds, like straight, no crying, no anything. I was like, I don't know why I was emotional. Like it hit me. And then she woke up and I was like, oh,
Well,
stupid.
dude, during that, the only thing that was going through my head was what she said to everyone was like, I'm not going to sacrifice my baby for this world, but I'm not going to sacrifice this world
the
for
world for my baby.
But what she will do is sacrifice herself to save
Right.
both.
Well, and Johnny
Cook.
was willing to
Cook.
And
sacrifice himself
Johnny
too.
was willing to sacrifice himself multiple times.
Yeah, they were all
Yeah.
willing to sacrifice themselves
And then
to save the baby and the world.
Reed wanted to sacrifice the baby.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not sacrifice, but
listen.
Well,
That
thinking
actually
logically.
brings, so that's actually perfect where he wanted to use his baby as bait.
Mm-hmm.
That actually leads me to my favorite scene in the movie, which my favorite scene in the movie was when they went into Franklin's bedroom
Right.
and they were talking about, they're going to have to use him as bait. They know it's the only chance they have, right? But like Sue was like talking like how she doesn't like how Reed is and all this stuff. Like, it's their baby. Like you always thinking like a negative way and stuff. And there's a quote he hits or a line he says, and I'll say the first part of it, but he was like, I don't dream, I don't wonder, I just do. Like and then he ends up saying like, I just do because I have to do all the bad things. I have to think about all the bad things so I can prevent it from happening.
Yep.
And that
delivery.
when he said that, he was like, yeah, the delivery Pedro had, I was like, dude, that's our Reed Richards.
yeah.
He's scared.
Yeah.
And he's gonna do everything he can where he's like, I don't have time. Like he doesn't have time to dream about like good stuff.
Yeah.
He can't, because he's so smart. He's so worried about his family, about everyone on the earth, about the planet. He's worried about so much where he knows he's smart enough to prevent it all
Prevent it
from happening.
happening.
Right.
He know he has the ability to do that,
Right.
and he doesn't question anything. Like he thinks about the worst ideas, you know,
Yeah.
and so he could prevent it from happening. And it's like that whole dialogue they had, the monologue he had right there was just, I was like, holy crap, amazing.
Yeah, and he's
You
even
know,
more
and-
he's even more like that because up until that whole I mean, in the whole movie he's just like, I could have prevented what happened
Blaming
to us
himself.
in space. He blamed
Yeah.
himself for not knowing that there was going to be a cosmic wave that was going to alter their DNA, which and they tell him like no one could have known that. He's like, I could have.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah. The
so
whole time.
he blames
Right.
himself. So yeah, he wants
Right.
to solve everything. He's like Tony Stark in a way. Like Tony wanted to
Yeah,
put
and-
Tony wanted to put a suit of armor around the world.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to do everything he could to protect and save, and yeah.
Yeah, I do like that aspect. Like he was trying to do everything. They showed that in several parts of the movie too. I don't know if you guys noticed, even when they were going to Galactus ship and they were getting beamed in, he was like,
Turn the engines off.
he was like, save the engines.
Save
and
the
like,
engines, yeah.
Yeah, Ben didn't do it. And he's like, save the engines. And he just
Yeah.
like reached and turned it off himself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, that's what he has to do. You know,
Right.
like he has to do that stuff and make the hard decisions.
Dude,
Mhm.
he made the decision.
I'm
in
really
like,
excited to see him in Doomsday.
he made the decision in like 15 seconds to like, here, take us to this black hole, and then they go there, and Ben's like, dude, we're gonna get sucked in. He's like, trust me. Like to be
Mhm.
able to
Yeah.
calculate all of that with like 10 to 15 seconds, make that whole plan is just, it's insane.
Yeah.
While his wife's giving birth.
While his wife's giving birth.
While he's getting chased by a interdimensional
Right.
demon.
Right.
You
Yeah. I mean, I think that kind of correlates to the whole, when he was struggling so much to figure out a solution with Galactus coming. It's like he knew what needed to be done, but he was trying to think of the possible way to do it without involving Franklin.
Yeah,
And
he never
it's-
wanted to admit that
Mhm.
that ultimately
he knew what the
was,
solution
yeah.
was. Yeah.
And Sue, what I liked about it is Sue knew.
Oh,
Sue
yeah.
was like,
She
no,
knew.
this is our
Yeah.
only way.
Yeah.
And I do love those moments where she just disappears and
Yeah.
like, because she shows so much emotion.
Mhm.
And
Right.
she was like, no, no. And then she just like disappears. I loved it.
She said,
you know, like,
"No."
or she's like, I know. And I'm like, I was like,
Yeah.
damn. The chemistry they all have is just amazing.
Amazing.
Yep, Cameron, I know you want to get us to our next point, but
No, dude,
yeah.
I love when we're just chatting it up, man.
yeah, the chemistry they had was just the best. It was the best I've seen in a Marvel project. It's up there with the Thunderbolts cast. I thought the Thunderbolts cast did a great job because they showed a lot of character progression and stuff. But with this family being there for, like I said, they're already established as superheroes for 4 years, and then they've obviously been a family longer than that. It shows. It shows it, and it's weird because I feel like this movie was shot super quick. They like not rushed it, but they did everything so fast, and it's just like they have the best chemistry I've seen
Yep.
in a long time in any movie, not just a superhero movie, but just in any movie in general. Like
Definitely.
I'm like, these guys are a family.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Good job, Matt Shackman.
Shout out,
Delivered once again.
shout out our Herbie, by the way.
Oh,
I just want to
Herbie.
give him a shout out. He's a goat.
He is.
His lullaby brought me to tears.
Well, he was also. He did everything the dad should have done. You know,
He
like
did.
he built the crib, he built
Yep.
everything. Like
Hey,
he
I
did
mean,
everything for Reed Richards.
Was
And
it
Reed
your
said
home?
anyone could build a crib, but only
Yeah.
himself could build what he built
Yeah.
to be able to test
For
the
that,
baby and all
Yep.
that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Smart.
I want to move us along. I know we just talk about it, but right before the next question, I just kind of, if you've seen the movie, obviously we know they defeat the Galactus. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say defeat. I would just say they more so delayed what's going to happen.
They moved him.
They moved him. Obviously, he got pushed through that portal. We don't know where he went. We just know that he's probably millions of years away.
Without
I
his
think
ship, yeah.
without a ship. I think it's confirmed. There's a little bit of speculation on the internet right now that
That's my biggest complaint in the movie, by the way, too. Where the hell did the ship go?
it's probably just still up there.
I'm
Still
sure
in the sky?
Yeah.
I'm sure they've tested on it too. Like they
Yeah.
tested
Yeah.
and like got stuff
Yeah.
from it more like
Yeah.
than what they already did. So
I have
There's
to remember if it like disappeared or not after, but I don't think it did.
You
there's
don't
a lot
see it
of
again.
Yeah.
there's a lot of speculation on the internet right now. I'm seeing people mixed about this. I'm on the side of there's only one Galactus.
Yeah, he's a Nexus being.
And he's a
Or he
Nexus
is a
being.
Nexus
Yes,
being,
he is
yeah.
a Nexus being.
Kevin Feige
There's
confirmed it.
there's a lot of people for some reason think that there's multiple Galactuses throughout the multiverse, but no, he's a Nexus being.
Yeah.
Right.
This is the only one.
Yep. That also means it's our only Silver Surfer right now.
Only Silver
too.
Surfer, correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, just wanted to get that out there. Mid-credit scene. We're gonna give one more. This is a full spoiler. If you haven't seen the movie, go see it.
If you've seen the movie and missed a mid-credit scene, go back and watch the
Go
movie.
back and watch.
They left.
Go.
They're like, we can leave.
Mid-credit scene. You reading some books to Franklin. If you guys watch New Rockstar's videos, there's some very cool theories of the book choices that they were reading.
Yeah.
About like the books that
creation,
he was about
creation of humans
evolution
or whatever.
and
creation of evolution.
Especially the last book that she picked up was A Fly Went By. It's about all these different like predators hunting like the next thing, and it's like, I don't know how to say it, but it's like basically what it is in Marvel right now, or in that movie specifically. But obviously she goes to grab the book, and I don't know if you guys thought of it, but you hear a noise, right? All I thought about is Reed's technology from Multiverse of Madness, the square teleport thing. That's what it sounded like to me. And she goes around the corner, and you just see a green cape and hood right with Franklin. Franklin's got his hand up to his face, and then you see a mask. And then now I want you guys to talk about it.
Dude, I was chills. Like, I got chills when you saw the cape, like, because you knew, like, if you've been watching and if you've been listening to what they're saying and where they're going, I mean, we had the hidden character that they rushed onto set for this Fantastic Four movie, and it's like, this had to be it. Because I don't know about you guys, but throughout the whole movie, I was like, well, I didn't see anyone that really cameoed that I would have been like,
oh, they would have hid like that from us.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, it's got to be mid-credit scene. So I thought, it's like, okay, well, is it, Loki? Is it going to be this? And then when I saw the cape on the ground, I was like, so we get our first look at RDJ as
Mr. Victor Von Doom.
Yep. Yeah, dude, I was dude, chills. Like, it was really
the
cool.
Collective gasp in the theater from everyone was just, oh yeah.
Yeah. I will say I heard the Reed Richards things from Multiverse of Madness. That was one. And I think on the second watch, I kind of heard the TVA door too. I think that was kind of the sound.
In the comics, Doctor Doom has that technology of what Reed Richards had in Multiverse of Madness, that teleport, like the square teleport thing, which also the TVA uses kind of as the similar thing.
It sounds similar. You got
I didn't hear that.
You didn't hear that?
I didn't hear that.
It's very,
I was
it's
too
very
focused.
clear.
Yeah, I saw it like twice. I still didn't hear it. I just I was real focused on the music because I want to always see, like, the music drastically changed, and I always want to know if that's going to be like the new Doctor Doom theme. Is that going to be the Doomsday theme?
Well, which
I think it will be.
You read what? So like at the end the credits, right? How it says the music that was used.
Yeah.
So for that score, it's written by Alan Silvestri, as you know, did all the Avengers score.
Yeah.
The title of it was Doom ?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like excited about it, because I was like, I knew obviously it was coming, but it was like how the lighting changes. Like, you see it when she's walking back, when she goes like halfway, like after she leaves her kitchen and goes halfway around the fireplace or whatever.
Right.
There's like, they do it very subtly, but there's like hues of green, and I'm like, shit, I was like, oh God, what's about to happen? And then like, I saw the little back of the green hood, like the green hoodie right over the central fireplace or whatever it is. And then she turns on her powers and she like goes around. And it's obviously Doom. The thing that caught my attention, obviously we don't see Tony Stark, like Austin said earlier, it was confirmed that it was him by Matt Checkman. Yeah. Sorry, RDJ.
Yeah.
But same, but different. But you see Franklin putting like his hand on his face, kind of, right? And it's like, it almost confirms to me that he has probably a messed up face.
Yeah.
Right.
So you're on that theory that people like that
He wouldn't be
he's
looking
dysmorphed.
if it was just dude, Franklin was looking at him like, oh, fam,
Reaching at it. Yeah. He was
The-
like,
fam. He's like, I could fix that if you want me to.
yeah. He's like,
You
hold on,
know,
let me. Yeah.
I'm assuming that because we have no idea. Obviously, Victor Von Doom was good friends with Reed Richards, Sue Storm. We don't know what their relationship is with Victor Von Doom in this universe.
Right.
I don't
I mean-
think that because from the end of the movie to the mid-credit scene, it was 4 years again, right?
Yep.
4 years
Yeah,
again.
it was an
It's a
additional
4-year
4
jump.
years.
Mhm.
So the
I
whole
mean-
movie is like an 8-year movie. Yeah.
Yep.
They could have had a relationship with Victor Von Doom. We don't know. I mean, I don't think there is. Like,
Something happened. I agree with you, Cam. I think they need to have a relationship. There needs to be a reason why the Latvian representative wasn't there.
yeah.
Right.
They chose not to be there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Both
yeah.
times, right?
Right. Yeah.
Them with Victor, they could have had a falling out like how every
Well, you
movie
heard,
has gone.
and you heard in the audio in the intro of the movie, right? You heard the audio. They were screaming.
Mm-hmm.
There was like, oh my god, like
Yep.
I was trying to hear the second time if somehow like you could hear RDJ's voice if he was there or something like that. It didn't hear it, but yeah, I was trying to catch the audio and like I wanted to see more of that.
Right.
That like I didn't think I would. I did not think I wanted to when going into this movie because I was like, okay, cool. It's not an intro. It's not a like introduction to them.
Yeah.
It's fine. We don't need it. But then after hearing the audio clip, I was like, dude, I really want to see it. Like even watching it the second time, I was like, I really want to see it now.
Yeah.
Like what happened. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. And like so, yeah, it was good though. I enjoyed it a lot. The mid credit scene was just perfect to me.
Mhm.
It kind of a whole bunch of different theories were popping in my head of like, how does he leave? Is it obviously new rock stars? They're ahead of the game, right? They talked about this was even before the movie came out that it could be like it could be they're like it is a Fantastic Four in the ship, and they're leaving the X-Men universe and going into the Marvel one or going into Earth 616 universe.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like I could see that even more happening now. Another theory I saw was like Doctor Doom taking the ship and just dipping out, but I don't think
he
in
needs
my
it.
head I don't
No.
think he needs it. Yeah,
No.
like you said, or he has another way. I think it is Reed making the lifeboat.
I think it's Reed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so with as much X-Men characters as they could fit in there.
Right.
And so yeah, it just gets me really excited. And Marvel once again, dude, like Cameron, you mentioned earlier, they did 225 million or whatever, 215 million opening weekend.
Yeah.
A lot of people went out and showed up for this movie.
One of the theories that I think we all like can assume because we're familiar with the comics. I think he needs Frank. There's different theories right now is how he is going to use Franklin. Either he Battle Worlds, yes.
Yeah.
And when I wholeheartedly believe that he wants Franklin to revive Wanda. I don't think Matt Shackman would make that statement that he made about Wanda never being, or like Wanda's never gone. I don't think he would make that statement just randomly. Obviously, WandaVision was his project, and that's his baby. But I think he said that for a reason. I think Franklin will be used by Doctor Doom to bring Wanda because I think he needs Wanda, and then obviously he needs Franklin for Battleworld. So
I want to know if there's going to be a time gap.
Yeah.
I want to know how smart Franklin is at 4 years old
yeah,
compared to, because like obviously they're getting him ready. He's obviously smart from the books he's reading, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like his favorite books, but it's like for him to really create like a whole world, he needs to like know a lot about it. So I want to know if there is going to be some type of time jump, them going to a different universe ages him,
Mhm.
something like that, where it's only been like, could be like a year, it could be like 6 months,
Dude,
but and wherever they are, it could be like 6 years or 12 years or something like that.
I mean, like we saw from what he did as a baby, reviving his mom. I mean, it could all be emotional based right now. Like, depending on like what's at stake, like emotionally, he could just create something that he's not even trying to. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. I just want to know what happens with Doom. I just want like from that scene. I'm really excited.
Going
I'd
into
like
the
to
end
see-
credits, I really thought that we were gonna see kind of a part 2 to our end credit scene with Thunderbolts.
Yeah, I thought so a little bit.
It's been confirmed. I don't know by who. I can't remember, but it's been confirmed that Doomsday is going to start right where that mid-credit scene for Fantastic Four ended.
Yeah.
So
That'd be insane.
like the way it pans to Sue. That's
Dude,
gonna
it could
be
be
how
it could be like
yeah.
Infinity War, just straight chaos, like how with the Thor ship with like it could just literally be Doctor Doom just wreaking havoc to the Fantastic Four, and he leaves with
Or they're
Franklin.
just running. They're just running.
Yeah.
You know, like I could totally see that. Like I could see them just dipping out.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like I could see him taking Franklin possibly and just like dipping out to a different universe and them going straight after him. Like I said, they go into the X-Men
Yeah.
universe. Okay, boom,
Right.
from the X-Men universe to the next universe. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Like obviously there was I know we leaked this news last podcast or the podcast before that. We talked about there's a scene like in Doomsday that they were being filmed where they were on like the Fantastic Four world. They were at like a baseball game or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was shot in like a baseball stadium. I want to see what happens with that exactly, because that means that they're going to spend some time, I think, right before that something happens, and then they dip out. So yeah, but
We can't
my bad, I don't
forget.
mean to-
We can't forget either. Is remember that artwork that was leaked for Doomsday, where it was the Renaissance style with Doctor Doom in his
yeah,
throne.
100%. Yeah,
There
I
is
think that's when
a little
that's when they
blonde
definitely go
boy
into
right next to him in
yeah,
that artwork.
yeah. And if you've read like Secret Wars,
Yeah.
that's literally ripped,
Mhm.
almost ripped from the Secret Wars comic.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm really excited to see what happens. But
We're officially in Phase 6.
Crazy.
yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
A lot of theories out there. It's gonna be
Yeah. Dude,
pretty
this
It's gonna be insane.
this next year and a half up until we get Doomsday is just gonna be it's gonna be a long wait, and it's gonna suck, but it's full of theories and
leaks.
just leaks and yeah.
I'm almost. I know we're about to finish up, but I'm thinking about it now. So they'll probably be at next year's Comic-Con.
Mhm.
Right.
They'll probably show the first trailer there, I'm guessing.
Or like a clip from the movie.
The full trailer
Yeah.
for Doomsday. I think they'll show a teaser trailer potentially in the beginning of next year.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, and then I think they'll show the actual trailer, the full trailer at Comic-Con. And then I think they'll possibly do a screening at D23 in 2026. I think that's how it's going to be. So hopefully, let's all try to make it a plan for us to go to.
Yeah, we
all the
need
events.
to
Right,
do
I don't know
that.
you guys, but I think it's about time we get invited to a Marvel.
That'd be sick.
I would love that. That'd be just
I
amazing.
think it's about time. But I think anything else you guys want to add to it before we sign off? Any last words?
If you haven't seen it, I mean, if you made it this far and you hadn't seen Fantastic Four, I'm sorry, but please go see it.
Yeah,
It's good.
yeah, go watch it.
Go watch
We'll
it.
have some
Best summer of movies we've had in a
This
while.
is
summer
honestly.
blockbusters
Best,
went crazy
I would
this
say
year.
this is for a while. It's been one of the best years for movies.
Yeah, it's been
Since
the movie
Barbenheimer.
theater. Yeah, I would say the movie experience is back. Like the theaters were full.
Mhm.
Super nice to see. So keep supporting your movie theaters. Keep
Yep.
going.
Yep.
Yep.
Don't skip out on IMAX. IMAX, I know you're watching. Don't skip out. Go spend the extra bucks to watch it
Mhm.
in great quality. Yeah, once again, guys, just real quick, I just want to, like I said, shout out for Magic Mind
Yes.
for sponsoring the pod. The code Hero Brew 20 will be linked at the bottom. And then, ooh, Austin, looks empty. Looks like you might need another one. And then, yeah, thanks for brewing with us, guys. Thank you for all the support and stuff. And can't wait to brew with you guys on the next episode.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Peace.
Catch you
Peace
guys
out. See
later.
you next week.